in Colorado. Sammy?
Yep.
Still got an hour to go, buddy.
I'm
and
good.
It's on your Toronto Maple Leafs. The Leaf Hour edition of our program is up next as the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Pittsburgh Penguins get set to battle tonight. Don't go away. There's a game day, and it ain't on the diamond. It's the Leaf Hour edition of the Real Kipper and Bourne Show. Yes, we will talk hockey. We promise. We are live on Sportsnet 360, Sportsnet 590 The Fan in Toronto, and streaming always on Sportsnet Plus. And if you miss our show, you can always catch us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and YouTube. This hour of Real Kipper and Bourne brought to you by Bet365. Nick Kypreos, Justin Bourne, Sammy McKee, Toronto Maple Leafs, coming off a convincing win.
Yeah, let's
that
just
you
say,
guys tell me
let's
because
just tell everyone, if you want to hear our Jay's thoughts, it's in the first hour, like a full half hour.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it was 25 minutes of us.
Okay, so that's done.
But we may draw a few comparables between now and April.
Oh, I think that'll come up. I've already every time someone does it as well, I'm like,
Why can't
they gave
they be like
they gave Robertson a chance and he's doing well in the top line. I'm like, this is their like Addison Barger. This is Ernie Clement. This is Nathan Lucas. They found someone. They just needed an opportunity.
My question
There you
is,
go. So we're not done.
My question is, do you think that the J Shop will discount the World Series jerseys now? That they didn't win?
No?
No?
People are still proud to have those.
Yeah.
I know that might sound like loser
I still-
talk. It's still
I
pretty
still- I still would like to get a World Series jersey, like with the little patch on there. I still would like to get that.
You know, my next door neighbor gave his like young daughter his cap from like the '93 one
Sick.
or whatever, and I was like, I would love to have a piece of that. So
Yeah.
yeah, you can see why it's still.
Yeah.
Where do you guys want to start? I think we've been kind of looking for a convincing win
Yep.
for 60 minutes in regulation. This clearly was it Saturday night.
Yeah. So I wrote an article on Sportsnet.ca. It's for everyone who's been paying attention to the Jays and wants to check in on the Leafs and get caught up. You want to be a Leafs fan again?
Send me that link.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Thanks, bro.
All the things that are going on. I think start with the big headline. Austin Matthews looked good. Skating downhill, 5-on-5, shot a puck past a goalie. That was really encouraging. And then on the other side of the coin, Chris Tanev took another significant hit
Yeah.
to the head, stretchered off, and no loose now. So
Is that the biggest story here? I want to start with what stands out the most. Is it the fact that Chris Tanev is now back out of the lineup on IR and what that does? Or do you guys want to get into the... Let's just stick with Tanev right now.
Well, sure. Yeah, I mean, I think the fact that they looked like they did Saturday was the first time this year is a significant story for
Yeah.
sure. But Tanev is obviously a guy that last year they
Yeah.
counted on as their number one shutdown guy.
Yeah.
Near the league leading block shots.
I'll start the conversation. I'm nervous for him.
I totally agree. After the last one that happened,
Yes.
and having it, what was it, 10 days apart? Those two
Yeah.
blows. I mean, that's pretty scary.
So, I did watch it multiple times. Incidental contact,
Like the response, even though it wasn't.
Listen, it's a significant hit. Everybody wants to kind of downplay it a little bit, but it was enough where you could get jarred, you could get twisted,
Coming from the kind of back side.
and when you watch him being stretchered off the ice, the focus was the neck, guys, the neck. So I'm hoping it isn't concussion related and more precautionary on the neck.
There was a good comparison made that I heard. I want to say it was Jonas Siegel. That reminding of the Jake Muzzin situation. Remember, he had a concussion, came back, and then shortly thereafter got another one. His ended up being spine related, if I recall. He never
Right.
played another game. And not to say that that's what this is, but you worry anytime you have these things in tight succession, and you're more susceptible. With smaller hits, the more you have them, and he did have concussion issues earlier in his career. So yeah, it's a significant concern, right? I mean, 5 more years in his contract, obviously a human being here that we're concerned about too, but from the Leafs perspective, as a hockey perspective, you're going to see a lot of Philippe Myers now, and that ain't Chris Tanev. That's for a decor that's not been very good. That's
Just
Just on that though, you do have enough
NHL,
veteran NHL guys where you should be able to color it off, but that's something that maybe
short term, not a huge problem. You're in a
Long
playoff
term.
series, you go, ugh.
yeah, no, but that kind of, if this is going to be a thing, it's something maybe Brad has to look at.
The one thing that does scare me with Chris Tanev is the amount of physical abuse he's had the last little while. And I said it before this injury that I thought Florida just pounded the piss out of the Leafs.
Alliteration.
And more specifically, the blue line. And I think it was in that Amazon where Mitch Marner or somebody on the bench said, our D are getting hammered. We got to go and hit their D. Something of that nature. And whoever it was, I think was specifically talking about the abuse that Chris Tanev took.
Well, I wrote an article that maybe wasn't specifically on that, but certainly included it about hits taken last year. And Chris Tanev took unbelievable amounts of contact last year because he's not a guy who throws hits. He's a guy who gets to the puck first, makes a small little play with the puck, and takes the hit, which is a very valuable skill and a courageous attribute, but certainly does add up. So, yeah, I mean, the Leafs are counting on this guy to be a shutdown guy they can count on.
Yeah.
But because of the way he plays.
And not just the way he plays, but the style of the Leafs defending. I don't know if it's harder on him in Toronto than it was in Calgary or Vancouver or Dallas, but it wasn't more. But at his age now, it is serious wear and tear on him. And he's not 27 or 28.
Nope.
And something's going to have to give here, or else this guy is just going to keep getting hurt.
Yeah.
Something has to change with the amount of abuse that you had mentioned, or the way they just defend in general.
The thing that sucks about it is, it's not a traditional play for him where it happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's two totally freak, like a little weird collision in front of the net that's head on head and then an incidental contact in the neutral zone. It's not like it was a guy who got the puck in on him and just ran him into the end boards and got him. It's two really weird, awkward collisions that have really caused this. So you hope those other ones start looking a little more scary, but I don't know.
The one thing you can do is we talked about them not having an F3 and not being great against rushes. If you have guys back, you can slow up the forecheck a bit. You can cut offs. You can just run interference and help your D out. So it's certainly something they need to do more of. Do you want to hear Bruby, his overview of the game, start from the top there, and we can start picking apart? Because to be honest, there's some real positives from this game.
Totally agree.
I think we should get to a few. Let's start with the overview.
I thought we were a little slow at the start, but got to our game. Way more direct tonight. I thought that our forecheck was really good. Our O-zone play was good. Just our PK was really good tonight.